come testify with me. And when you hear that, you know it is time for testimony service. And this one is called The Evidence. And we hear the powerful testimony of Mrs. Melisa Dunkley Smith. Mrs. Melisa Dunkley Smith is known as a strong woman. But what many people don't know is that early in her life, she was marked by tumultuous hardships, some of which led to low self-esteem and insecurities. But God indeed came through for her. Hello and welcome indeed. How are you today?
Thank you, Auntie Nadine, for having me. I am blessed and highly favored.
Great, great. It's so good to have you on, and we'd love to hear your story. You're also the author of the book, A 21-Day Devotional Dedicated to Helping Women Overcome Adversity. It's called Strong Girl Get Up. I like it. I love it. Melisa, welcome. What's your story, Melisa?
All right. So good afternoon to the viewers and listeners. Firstly, I want to give you the backstory, Auntie Nadine. So the person that you're seeing, for those of you who are on YouTube and for those listening in Radio Land, is the evidence of God's transformative power. The person who you're seeing now was totally different from the Melisa back then. And so I grew up in a farming community called Somerset in Mandeville, Cool Hills of Manchester, and under very humble beginnings. And so I had a lot of struggles, self-esteem issues, issues with my identity. And this started when my mom had to leave the home. And so I have to take on a lot of roles and responsibilities. And can I tell you, things got hard. So hard that even the carbolic soap at the time had to serve as multi-purpose, as deodorant and toothpaste. And so because of all of that hardship, because of all the things that I would have gone through, all that challenge, it really impacted my self-esteem. And, not having a mother figure there, I was struggling with my identity. I was struggling with my worth. So, yeah, it was rough, but thank God I made it.
Wow, wow. I tell you, how did you, first of all, how you use soap for toothpaste? Wow. But
And
you are a strong girl.
Yes. And we had to make do of what we had at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Go right ahead with your story, man. We're listening. It's
All
amazing
right.
because where would you have gotten that thing inside of you that told you to keep going no matter what? You'd have to have something that caused you to be resilient.
Yes. And so I got saved at a young age because my mother was a Christian. And even after mommy left, daddy was not a Christian, but he would ensure that we go to church. Every Sunday you have to go to church. And so that was instilled in me from a young age. And so because of that, I was going to church, yes, but I didn't really have a relationship with Christ per se. And so as I grew older, I was always questioning my worth and my purpose. And that was when I developed a relationship with Christ. Because, I would sit and I would talk to him. I would sit under the mango tree or the orange tree and I would talk to him and say, God, why am I here? What is my purpose on this earth? And it was then, it didn't happen overnight, but gradually I developed a relationship with Christ. And that is when I knew that I was made for more. And this led me now to want to know more about my purpose, which led me to enrolling in a personal development coaching program. And that is when now I started on my self-discovery journey. right? Wanting to know more about who I am, you know, what was my purpose in this life. And so, I remember my coach at the time said to me that, Melissa, you're going to write a book. Your story is so powerful, you're going to write a book. But the imposter syndrome in me, kept doubting my abilities. I didn't know that I had that in me. And so I kept doubting myself. And because of these limiting beliefs, I just felt unworthy. I felt unworthy. I felt like I wasn't good enough to write a book. And so when the pandemic came in 2020, I started writing the book. And in 2021, I published the book, Strong Girl Get Up. And the journey didn't end there, Auntie Nadine. I started to mentor young girls, helping them to understand that whatever they are going through won't last. It's
Mhm,
just a season and
mhm.
season change.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. It's just a season and seasons change. You said that you wrote the book the year after COVID came. But we're still in the throes of COVID and such. How was that journey for you writing? Was it working you before you put it out to work others? The journey of writing the book. Hmm.
Most definitely. It was something different because I know how to put my story out there, and I at first I didn't want to do that, but as I always tell the inspiration behind the book, my friend who I gave an encouragement and she had a different outlook on life. And so I said, if I can encourage one person, then I can write a book to encourage others. Because
Hmm.
persons out there, they are struggling. They're struggling with whatever circumstances.
A lot of them feel like it's only them alone going through that struggle.
Exactly. And
Yes.
so when they know that they're not in this alone, then that enough is enough, enough of itself is enough hope for them to continue going.
Do you have like a story of someone who read your book and reached out to you to let you know how it blessed you?
How it bless them.
Yes.
Certainly.
Oh, it blessed them.
Certainly, Auntie Nadine. I remember this lady, she reached out to me and she said, listen, Melissa, your book has really helped me. She was going through a divorce and her ex-husband would have led her to believe that she was a good for nothing. And she said the book kind of cemented her purpose and her worth. And now she knows and she can reaffirm that she is chosen and she is loved, even though she was told otherwise.
Sorry, that's amazing. I mean, you're talking, but you're not hearing. Somebody says, learn, change, thrive careers with Michelle. Learn. Okay, I'll read that different. But she says, I read it and it was so uplifting. Testimony start already. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anything that else that we can expect from Melissa, and what other word of encouragement would you use to give others now?
All right, so just a little encouragement for somebody who is encountering low self-esteem. First, you have to identify the lies that either you have told yourself or somebody else has told you. And when you have identified those lies, you need to reframe those thoughts, those limited beliefs, reframe them with the word of God. And then I want you to take daily actions
Mm.
toward positive affirmations. Use the word of God to affirm yourself daily. And to go back to your question, what else can the audience look out for from Melissa. So
Mhm.
the journey continues, as I said. On November 2nd, 2024, I will be hosting my very first Women's Empowerment Conference at the
Fun.
Tropic Hotel.
Nice. Stepping out. Did
Yes,
you see? Did you have a glimpse of that? That's what Strong Girl Get Up conference. Did
yes,
you have a glimpse of that 2019?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. As I said before, the process of becoming that strong and resilient woman is a process. And
Mhm.
so, year after year, daily, I am improving myself. And
Yeah.
so, putting on a conference was far from what I had imagined for myself. But I want
Mhm.
to use the opportunity to shout out Crystal Day and the Author CEO Academy. It's a group of supportive, positive influence who push
Mhm.
you to do your best. And so, there's always this push to continue to be great, to continue to be awesome. And so that Strong Girl Get Up Women's Empowerment Conference is a result of that push.
Awesome, awesome. Strong Girl Get Up Women's Conference. And we look forward to hearing more about that. Thank you very much for sharing your story. The book is strong. I should share it, but you have the book there, right? So
Yes.
turn it down. Yes. Right. There you go. Strong Girl Get Up. And then you have the Strong Girl Get Up Conference. The flyer you were just sharing. Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, Melisa Dunkley Smith. Continue believing in yourself. There's even more greatness in you. And I do pray that we'll not see the end of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Auntie Nadine.
All right, dear. Bless you. All right. So there you have it. Melisa Dunkley Smith sharing about how she was able to get up from yeah, from looking down on herself and just thinking low thoughts, but thinking high thoughts now through Christ. All the best. All right.